What's up, everybody? I'm BTrue, and a lot of people have been asking me about streams and future videos and all that stuff, so I figured I would make a personal video for you guys to just kind of explain what has happened and what's going to happen. Now, because this is a personal video, just me and you, I'm obviously not going to monetize this. Hopefully you just stick around and listen to what I have to say, and then if you like it, dislike it, just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are kind of hoping for or maybe expect in the future. So, I obviously have not streamed in a while, and there is a couple of reasons for that. The biggest one was my internet cutting out in the middle of my streams, and it happened constantly, where I'd be playing and then all of a sudden the internet would just cut out and the stream would just end, and I'd lose most of the people that were watching the stream. I'd restart the stream, nobody would get notifications, and then nobody would come back, and it was just such a pain. It made gaming really difficult. It was happening during normal games even when I wasn't streaming as well, where all of a sudden my network adapter would just shut off, and I'd lose internet connection. I'd lag out of games that, like I said, would finish the streams. Like, it was crazy. I think I finally, okay, so I did actually, I know for a fact I have found what the issue was. Now, I have one guaranteed solution and I have one potential solution, okay? You're probably saying, well, why don't you just use the guaranteed solution? Well, because the guaranteed solution is a worse solution than the potential. So I'm going to try the potential one first, see what happens, and then if it still is a problem, we're going to go back to the guaranteed solution. But, so this is what happened, okay? And this is crazy. It took me so long to figure this out. So Netgear is the wireless adapter that I'm using on my desktop right now to get internet, okay? Because where my router is, I can't hardwire. I can't use a LAN cord for my desktop, so I have to use a wireless adapter to get the internet for my desktop. Well, the model that I got apparently has a dual driver from not only Netgear but then from Realtek, which ends up there's an issue with one of them. I'm not sure which one it is, but since they both get used, issue with one of them ruins the whole thing. And so what happens is there is with the drivers, they self-install this service that runs in Windows, and it switches the adapter back and forth between USB 2.0 and USB 3.0. Why it does this, who the hell knows? Dumbest thing I've ever heard of. But when it does that, it turns off the adapter in order to switch the protocol between USB 2.0 and 3.0. And that's why it kept doing that. It's why whenever I have heavy network usage, I would cut out of internet and I'd lose it for a couple of seconds, like 30 seconds or so. It's because it would actually turn itself off, turn itself back on with a different protocol, and then boot back up and then start running. Okay? This is absurd. I don't know who the hell thought this was a good idea, but basically, what I had to do is I had to go in and I had to just disable that service. I had to completely cut off the ability for that service to run and switch it back and forth. And I had to purposefully tell the network adapter, listen, you have to use USB 3.0. You don't have a choice, okay? So far, with preliminary tests, that has worked. Okay, I have not dropped out of any League of Legends games. I haven't all of a sudden dropped down to 2,000 ping out of nowhere. It's been a very consistent amount of uptime. I'm going to try it with streaming. Okay, streaming is when it was the most prevalent. It's when it would happen the most. Okay, so there is a potential that I could still have the issue. Maybe I haven't fixed it completely when I am streaming. So that is the potential solution. The reason that I want to use the potential solution is because the adapter that I'm using that has the issue is crazy faster than the adapter that I have that would be the guaranteed, my older adapter. Okay, so I'm going to try it. Hopefully it works out. If it does not work out and it continues to do this, I'll just have to switch back to my old adapter, get slower internet speeds, but have a guaranteed stable connection. It won't cut out. It doesn't, because it doesn't have the same issue. It doesn't have the same drivers. It's a completely different adapter completely. So that was the biggest thing that was oh my god, that took me so long to figure out. It's been such a pain for me, and that's one of the reasons I haven't been streaming, because my streams were just terrible quality, where every 40 minutes they would just stop. And I didn't really want to do that. I couldn't do that. It was dumb. Man, it pissed me off. So hopefully the potential solution just works. Otherwise, I have a guaranteed solution. We will finally be able to get this working. The next biggest issue that I had was the OBS, the Open Broadcaster software, which is the software that I use to record and stream and face cam and everything. I was having issues with that as well. I could no longer get my face cam in my videos. You guys know who've been my fans for a while. There's been a long drought where I didn't have a face cam in my videos, and that was a huge issue as well. Now I finally have that working, so we can actually get the face cam with the stream. Hopefully the network all adds up together, so that's good. And then finally, the last issue that I was having was I was actually in the middle of a competition for the past couple of weeks. Now, one of my subscribers, one of the more dedicated guys, asked if I would make a video explaining that process, the lead-up process, and then the actual competition that I'm going to, which I can probably do. I don't know how many of you would actually be interested in it, but hey, I can make it anyway. But basically the way it works is there's a competition in January. It's a huge competition, and it's like a half hour away from me, but it's a worldwide competition, and in order to actually make it there to compete, you have to do a series of workouts over a couple weeks, film yourself doing them, send them the film with your score, and then if you beat a certain number of people, you get invited. You have to actually get invited to make it there. You can't just show up. So I ended up in 27th out of about 5,000 people, and they only take the top 30. So I just barely sneaked into that top 30, and I did in fact get invited to go compete. So for a month I was doing those qualifying workouts to actually make it there, and now over the next 2 months I'm going to be training pretty much non-stop for this huge competition. It's a really big important moment for me with the whole CrossFit thing that I'm trying to do as my like main job, source of income, whatever hobby you want to call it. There still will be time for me to stream, but that's going to be for the next 2 months. I'm not going to have a ton of time, but I've at least hopefully figured out all the issues that I was having to make those streams quality. Now, I've been thinking a lot about the Twitch versus YouTube stream thing, and I actually found a way that I can stream on both at the same time. Again, I don't know how this is going to work. I haven't done it before. So I'm going to try it. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully both of them are stable, good connections, and it'll kind of cater to everybody. The reason for this is obviously just growth. Like, the more exposure I can get, the better. If I can find people who find me on Twitch, that'd be awesome. Everybody's already on my YouTube. If I find more people from YouTube, that's great. I can get subscribers from YouTube. Hopefully get some people with Twitch Prime subs, get subs over there. You got the super chats, you got donations back and forth. So it's a good way for me to gain exposure, widen the reach that I have, and also try to make some kind of an income from the actual streams themselves, which is obviously a very important thing for me, because in order for me to stream more often, I need to actually make enough money to pay my bills, right? So that's like the number one thing that you're trying to do from streaming. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Twitter that is just for my streams and channel. So by the time you guys are watching this, the Twitter will already be created. There should be a link down in the description, as well as the YouTube link and the Twitch link. So all of the links are going to be right down in the description. If you have a Twitter, I highly recommend that you follow the Twitter and turn on the notifications, so that not for YouTube, I mean for the actual Twitter, so that when I do, I'll tweet out before each one of my streams. I used to do it on Discord, but my Discord's kind of dead now. Twitter is like a just you and me thing. So I'll tweet out before I turn on the streams, and hopefully it'll be both Twitch and YouTube, and then you can choose which one you think is better, whichever one you favor. It doesn't really matter. As long as it works for both, that's cool. So that Twitter will be a way for you to know for a fact, because YouTube doesn't send out freaking notifications. They suck at it. Like, Twitter is a guaranteed, hey, I'm streaming, check it out if you can. So I'm going to try and do that tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Sunday, so hopefully I can get all this stuff working. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming League of Legends. I know a lot of you don't necessarily like League of Legends, but I don't really enjoy Fortnite. I'm not super good at it, and I don't have the time to practice it. I don't really enjoy MapleStory from a streaming perspective, and I'm definitely not doing Naruto Online. So League of Legends. Oh, and I don't really enjoy Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. So what are you gonna do, right? But League of Legends is a game I'm kind of getting back into and really starting to enjoy again. So I want to start streaming that more often. So hopefully you guys are down for that. And yeah, this has been a longer personal video, but I had to. I wanted to try and clear the air, get some stuff out there for everybody. So hopefully you guys understand. You know, it's been rough, but I do finally think I have everything figured out. So fingers crossed. All right, everybody. I will see you hopefully in the stream. And other than that, have a great day and peace.